I'm liking the look, by the way.
Yeah, you like the beard?
Yeah.
Alright, so this is the second episode of the, I don't even know what I'm calling this mini-series, but we're with Andreas and we've taken him back to eat the first thing he's had when he got to Korea. So hello Andreas.
Hello, Emil.
You've been rained on apparently, huh?
I'm a wet cat right now.
So it's kind of fitting because, well, what was the first thing you ate when you came to Korea?
It's incredible. When I first came to Korea, I landed off the plane. It was Changma season, and it was actually raining on that day as well.
Oh, wow.
And I was taken to like a hotel where I was going to stay for the night.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to stay in the hotel.
You wanted to go out and explore?
I wanted to go out and explore. I'm in Korea. Of course, couldn't speak any Korean.
Yeah.
I had no knowledge about Korea or Korean food for that matter. I was so unprepared.
How old were you, by the way?
It was 2012, summer of 2012. I go down to the lounge, the lobby, and I say, "Listen, I'm starving. What can I eat?" I was very excited, wanted to explore, and they're like, "A Burger King is down the road."
The old tourist trap.
I was like, no, not Burger King. Oh, okay. KFC is that way. And I said, okay, thank you. So I just got out and I just walked around, and I was with another foreigner. He was on the same boat as me, you know, not know what to do. So like me and him were walking. We were thinking that there would be some English.
Yeah.
We were expecting some English at the restaurants or something. None of that. It was all in Korean. And while we were walking, I just smelled something. And I think it smells like food. It's got to be a restaurant of some sorts.
Yeah.
And I still remember, man, I was so nervous. Because you know how it is. You're in a new country, new language, new everything. I was so nervous. So when I opened the door, there was actually a customer that was coming out. And I remember that interaction. Because I looked at the person and I wasn't sure if he was the owner or not. Because he looked at me, I looked at him. And then I just immediately, my first reaction was, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You backed up.
It's like, I'm sorry. I don't know if it was his house. Like, I wasn't even sure if it was actually a restaurant. Then he says, no, come in. So, okay, I go in, and then I remember distinctly shoes. Shoes everywhere.
Yeah.
And in my eyes, that was so strange.
Yeah.
Just shoes.
Yeah.
So immediately I said, I think that guy's name was Mark. I can't remember, something with the M. Man, this is someone's house. It's gonna be someone's house. We can't go in. I peek in the door and I see a lot of tables. So I'm like, no, it's gotta be. But there's not a lot of people. So I'm like, what's going on? So then we did the smart thing and took our shoes off because I wasn't sure. Took my shoes off, went inside, and I saw people sitting on the floor. And at that point I was like, this is definitely someone like family gathering or something. But the ajumma, she waved me down, she said, "Hi, iruwa." So I was like, okay. She went like this, I said, okay, yeah, 2. And then we sat down, and that's when we looked at the menu and had another crisis. She's like, what the hell do we order now?
Nothing in English. Were there any pictures?
Luckily, there was only one thing on the menu. There was a picture of a round circle thing that looked pretty good. It looked like a quesadilla or I don't know what. So I looked at that thing with the guy and we're like, that one? And of course at that moment we both didn't want to show our ignorance.
Yeah.
So we're like, that's good, yeah, definitely.
You want the least amount of awkwardness as possible.
Exactly.
Yes, you don't want to be going back and forth with the waitress, no.
The waitress comes and she says, what are you gonna get? Like that.
Yeah.
2 of them. She looks at us and says, no, 1. No. 2. No. Like, 2. Please. She's like, okay, fine. So then we were waiting, and that's when our first panchan came out actually.
Yeah.
And that was actually the first time I also tried kimchi in my life. It was pechu kimchi.
Yeah.
I took it up. I never even smelt it before.
Did you know of kimchi?
I knew it was fermented cabbage, but I never had something like that. So I put it up here on my nose, and I'm like, that's something I've never smelled before in my life. I thought it would be warm from some reason, but it was cold, room temperature. Tried it, and it was really hard at the first time. Yeah. Because it was very unfamiliar.
Yeah.
Very unfamiliar taste.
Yeah. It's the smell of it. I didn't like the smell. The taste was, I wouldn't say it was bad or good. It was just unfamiliar, and I didn't know what to make of it. The taste buds, right?
Right. It was crunchy. I like that, but then I was like, kind of like spicy, kind of cold. I'm not used to eating like room temperature cold food. Like that. We waited and waited. Next thing you know, two plates come over. He's having his, and I'm having mine, and I'm there ready. I'm like, thank you. And then we dig in, and then I realized we ordered pajons, and we were each eating our own pajons, just chomping away. And at first, I remember he didn't know how to do. He thought it was like a pizza style.
Yeah.
So he was actually eating it with his hands. So he thought he was gonna eat it like a pizza.
Oh my god, that's brilliant. So it was pajon.
It was pajon. I don't know. I can't remember if it was emilpajon but I liked it. I remember I really liked it. And also there was so much.
Yeah.
I couldn't finish it.
Yeah.
Because rice came out too. I couldn't finish it. So then
It's big.
what do? Wrap it up, please. So we asked her to wrap it up, and the Badger was like, eh? Wrap, to go. So she brought some tinfoil out, and she just put it in the tinfoil. Came to Korea, was broke. I just, any little food, I wanted to eat as much as possible. So I remember the next morning, I just opened up the tinfoil and was eating away.
Oh my god, that is a lot.
Yeah.
No, people are gonna think we're crazy, man. Oh man, I can't. Yeah, we're gonna have to get it wrapped up. This is ridiculous.
A reenactment.
This is literally a reenactment. Do you reckon it was the same size?
This is exactly. This is exactly like how it came out. Mine was a circle though. I remember it was a circle.
I feel ridiculous now. I feel like I'm in your shoes when you first came here, because even like the Ajumas which gave it to, they were like looking at us like, what
Are we doing like a
foreigners doing?
Yeah, like a food company, like a food challenge type of thing.
Yeah, people were looking at us when this came out. That's quite embarrassing.
The Ajumas are still talking about us right now.
Oh my god, that is crazy. That is so crazy.
And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that with you I feel alive.
So this comes out and you see it on your table. No regret?
No, I was
No.
like, I was
You were
starving.
intrigued?
I was starving. I was like, yeah, let's do it. Okay, man.
Bon
Cheers.
appetit.
Yeah.
Cheers, bro. Oh man, that was lovely. And we would have it with makgeolli, but we're both being responsible because we're driving. So.
Look at the amount. Holy shit.
It's just so much food, Jesus. So, what else do you remember from your first day in Korea?
First impression was the humidity.
Oh, you came in August, yeah. So humid. Oh man, yeah, I never got over that.
The humidity. I was surprised.
It's not humid in Greece?
Not at all. It's dry.
Same in England.
Really? Doesn't it like rain all the time there?
Yeah,
I heard that you guys,
but it's not hot enough to get humid.
some people in England have never even seen the sun. I remember even the taxi driver drove so fast and blew through the red lights. I still remember that. I'm like, oh, is red lights not a thing here? Is it a suggestion? Is it just it's not not compulsory? Then I also remember how friendly, like I practiced one sentence, like 화장실 어디예요, right? I practiced that for like
Essential.
2 weeks, and I went up to the counter at the airport like 화장실 어디예요, or something like that. She didn't understand. Pardon? Yes? Like how kind and patient they were. I remember.
One thing that I'm also interested in is why did you pick Korea of all the countries?
Honestly, I was curious about the East, and at the time,
You were in America, right?
yeah, Japan was an option as well, and China. Those were the three ones that I was looking at, and to be honest, I was a little bit scared to go to China because I thought it would be too foreign, too different for me, and I didn't know how I would adapt.
Yeah.
And I thought Japan would be a bit too easy, too familiar. For some reason, I thought Japan was much more similar to the West. That is not the case.
No.
So I thought, okay, between China and Japan, Korea, and that's when Hallyu was really popping up, the Korean wave. Let's check it out.
And then you just graduated. What did you study?
I studied secondary education English. So I studied to actually teach English, to be a teacher.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our movie a little bit.
Okay.
How about that? We've never talked about it on the channel before.
That's true.
So the backstory behind that was Andreas for years had told me, Emil, I want to do acting. I really want to give it a go. Let's write something and let's make something. Because he knew I was interested in that too. But I was too focused on my YouTube. I didn't have the time to actually make anything. I always was like, if I have time and if I commit to it, we'll do something. And then finally I decided I wanted to make a movie, and I was like, right, I need Andreas in it. And I told him, and I had no idea if he knew how to act or not. That was the thing I regret the most. I never auditioned him. I had auditions for the other roles, but I never auditioned him. I just trusted that he'd be able to do it. It was very foolish of me now that I look back. But the funny thing is, in rehearsals, before we went on set, we had rehearsals, like 2 or 3 rehearsals, and Andreas his performance was very lukewarm, and the other people were very good in rehearsals, the other actors. So 2 days before we got on set, I called Andreas and I said, look, your performance in rehearsals was basically not good enough. Your character is...
That's putting it lightly. Emil says, listen, this is garbage.
I did not say that.
You as a person are what I step on.
I said it wasn't good enough. Your character is the thing which is going to make or break this movie. It's the edgy sort of character. So you gotta do something. I gave him some movies to watch, which should give him inspiration. So then I'm worried, to be honest. We're going into set on Friday. I paid for the studio. Everyone's coming, the crew, the equipment, everything's ready. And if he messes up, then it's gonna ruin my movie. And we go in on set, everyone's there, there's a lot of people, shoot the scenes, and he knocked it out of the ballpark. He was amazing. It was, it brought tears to my eyes actually watching him do it. He went away and, I don't know, sort of developed more of his own ideas on the character, I guess. How was the experience for you?
Like you said, I think I kind of, in the beginning, maybe underestimated it and didn't put the effort that the rest of the staff had put in. I was arrogant in my abilities, overconfident. Fortunately, Emil called at the right time and gave me that push, kind of like the slap on the face that I needed to focus a little bit more and in order to understand the character and execute it in the right way. But it was very enjoyable because I really I don't know, it was entertaining. Like, it was an opportunity to get the viewer in a different world, and that was so satisfying for me. You know, hearing Emil's take on it really makes me feel really proud, and it makes me feel really nice, because that's the goal of acting, is to get people to have a reaction.
Yeah, feel something. A lot of them watched it. It's got like over 60,000 views. There was a lot of comments about your performance. They really liked it. Right, so what do you think about the Pajon?
Okay, Pajon was good. I'm gonna have to wrap this up. I need it for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. It wasn't the best Pajon I ever had, but definitely good. I mean, it's a classic. I love it. I need it with makgeolli. I think if I had some makgeolli with it, it would go down easier.
Yeah, it's a lot to just eat Pajon on its own as like the main dish. I've never done that in my life before.
여기요, 죄송한데 혹시 포장 가능한가요?
See,
She didn't even flinch.
No.
I was like, definitely.
look how far you've come in 9 years, huh? You can order it to go now in Korea.